work.
Good evening, our fans from around the world, and it's another Nigerian political show. With me is Saeed, Warif, and Mustafa Jinadu. A high court in Abuja granted a motion by lawyers associated with Babalola to confiscate Farotimi's books and prohibit sales on platforms like Amazon. Now they want to redirect royalties to the claimants. With me to discuss that is Mustafa, Warif, and Saeed. You guys are welcome to the show.
Okay, welcome, guys. I'm going to start very carefully. I think this is the lowest point I've seen in Nigeria. I've been around for almost 50 years. I've seen Abacha, I've seen Babangida,
Yeah.
I've seen Buhari, I've seen Jonathan. Jonathan was a nice guy, but he likes wine too much. But Jonathan is nothing compared. Jonathan is a civilian leader, but he's nothing compared to Tinubu. Jonathan was a relaxed guy. He wasn't brutal the way this guy is.
Yeah.
Tinubu is allowing, even though he's not directly named in this issue with Farotimi, he's allowing the federal government to abuse so many human rights. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Ekiti. So what's the name? The guy from Ekiti. What's his name? The one that
Babalola.
Is he the owner of Babalola University?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so he's charging this guy with defamation. It's okay. You can charge him with defamation. Then you want to say, I want to fine him. I want to charge him and ask for 500 million naira. Fine, no problem.
Wow.
But that's not the problem. The problem is that now lawyers from Ekiti and the prosecutors are saying, let's take the money now. They want Amazon to give them the money so they can hold it. This is thievery and fascism. The government is overstretching its arms. And to put handcuffs on him for defamation, and they say it's criminal, and to go and travel across state and almost abduct him. To me, we're seeing a situation in which the ruling class in Nigeria is telling us that we can do whatever we want to do to you, and you have nothing to say. What do you say, Falabi?
Yeah. I agree with you. When you confiscate and divert without the accused party being given fair hearing, it violates the principles of natural justice. It's just not fair. Royalties are seized and redirected without giving the author or creator of that's intellectual property. You know, it's a book. You're now giving the author or creator an opportunity to defend themselves. It undermines our judicial process. There's no fairness, nothing whatsoever. Now, you are going to set a precedence, a very dangerous precedence, where courts can grant similar orders without scrutiny, leading to widespread abuse of legal processes. I think it's very, very wrong.
And it's very clear that none of this is constitutional or legal. It just goes to show you that Nigeria says... So Nigeria has a constitution and it has a democratic charter, but it's not a democratic country. It's a fascist state in which, and we go back to the issue of the guy who was the senator or the politician, and he slapped the Uber guy and held him, and nothing happens. So we now see that in Nigeria, there's no rule of law. And like we say in Nigeria, they're just chancing us. Chancing us when the bully comes and says, what will you do? What do you have to say, Lorato? I mean, not Lorato, I said Lorato. Warif, then we'll go to Saeed.
We've all seen what is happening to me. I just believe they are playing out the script given to them. And again, due process, they are not following due process. The rule of law has been abused in Nigeria. These guys, they are acting like military guys in civilian, in civil, what's it called? Democratic government. So they should, even if you arrest somebody, why not follow due process? Follow the constitution. But it's like they're just jumping everything that they are supposed to do. So it won't tell. And like I always say, the international community, they're not even saying anything. I remember during the time of Abacha, America, they have to sanction Nigeria. But Abacha still went on. But I don't understand, because the reason why they have the power to continue doing what they are doing is because the international community or foreign countries, they're supporting them. They're not saying anything. By the time they begin to sanction our politicians against human rights abuse, they'll sit up. But because nothing is happening, anything that goes, they just do it. That's why they still have the mind or the guts to just
I'll give you an example.
Process.
Thank you. I'll give you an example. Sarawiwa, come on. The Nigerian government executed him, saying that, and this guy was a very peaceful man. He was just an activist, and the international world said nothing. So it goes to show us that the international world is also behind what they're doing to Farotimi because they don't want to cross Tinubu because they're depending on Tinubu to give them Nigerian resources and give them beneficial trade patterns with Nigeria. They don't care about
they can be controlling Nigeria.
Yeah. But I'm not going to talk about this today, but at the same time, we can't wait on the international community to save ourselves. As Nigerians, we should be on sitting at home on permanent strike because until we have a country in which just because you're rich, it doesn't mean you can kill somebody or take their girlfriend or kill them or do whatever you want just because you're a politician. Putting handcuffs on this guy for writing a book, then trying to seize his book, seize his money. It's not due process, and it's very, very fascist. I'm ashamed to say that Nigeria is a country with no rule of law. It's a disgraceful country. It's just a feudal country in which rich people can get away with anything and politicians. What do you have to say, Saeed? Yeah.
Yeah, just like what you just said. At the moment, my country, Nigeria, is a country that the rich can get away with absolutely anything as long as you have enough money and you have people in power or you are in power.
Yeah.
Because at this moment, there is no sugarcoating it anymore. It is crystal clear. The Dele Farotimi saga has made everything plain clear. Like, this is an abuse of power. You claim somebody defamed you. Okay, you take him to court. When you take him to court, you are supposed to allow the court to carry out its due process. But no, because you have power in Ekiti, you employ police all the way, and we have one unilateral police system in Nigeria. They are just one. So you can't tell me, okay, fine.
Why they need to bring people from Ekiti?
You file your
federal.
case
Police is federal. Okay. Yeah.
You claim this person don't want to honor court sanctions or something, or court hearings. You employ police. Can't police of Ekiti signal the people in Lagos to tell them, oh, this citizen reside in Lagos. We want you to help us to get through to him. No, you didn't do that. You took Ekiti police, Ekiti RS to Lagos to kidnap him, to abduct him back to Ekiti. Okay, fine.
Man, why are you stealing my glory? I wanted to say it's kidnapping. It's not but you already beat me to it. Go ahead, Sai. It's kidnapping.
Okay, now you've now bring him to Ekiti. Okay, you take him to the fortunately, or should I say unfortunately for him, what you are suing him for is not even in Ekiti State Constitution.
No.
The defamation is, and you are claiming you are a son. You are claiming you are one of the top so in Nigeria when it comes to lawyering. You understand me? So he can't tell me that he's not aware that defamation is not even in Ekiti anymore.
Said, I don't want to go off topic, but if there's a unified police system, why isn't there a unified legal system? How can states have different legal code? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't seem to make sense also.
Yeah. So, state laws, it's just state laws. There are some state laws.
But so maybe they can also say that
in the north, just like in the north that they practice Sharia, and in the south we don't.
But that's a state law. But when it comes to a policeman, it has to be unified. A Ekiti policeman cannot go.
It is unified. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. It is unified.
Yeah. So why didn't they just get the police where he was to do it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn. Like, it is
but they don't want to do it. Those are the police who want to do it. It's abuse of power.
Simply abuse of power.
Where was he arrested? What state was he arrested? Or what city? Or what state?
Yeah, Lagos. He was arrested in Lagos,
So my argument is that Lagos police will not do that because they don't, because Lagos police, even though they're federal, they won't agree to do that. So Ekiti now has to bring their own across. This is a very terrible thing. This is the type of thing that leads to civil wars. What do you think?
Sorry, Lagos State Governor.
Okay, let's go to Warif
right now.
Let's go to Warif, then to Said. Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's a breach of security. I don't know if the Lagos State Governor was aware. It's just like what happened in Rivers State when some people came to arrest somebody. We intercepted them. Before you go into somebody's state, you're supposed to alert the governor because he's the chief security officer. And said they're all together in the game. But not coming to a state without informing the state governor, the commissioner, is very wrong.
They're in the game. But Lagos State doesn't want to take. They don't want to take credit for it. They don't want to take the blame for it, so they say, "Okay, you guys come and do it." But they don't want to say that they were involved. What are your thoughts? Okay, now we'll go to Saeed, then we'll go to Afalab. What are your thoughts, Saeed?
Yeah, go.
Thank you, Worry. Very good
Continue from
point.
where
Very
you
good point.
continue from where you
You're
was
welcome.
there. The Lagos police invited him twice. He went twice before, just like 2 or 3 weeks before this kidnapping. He went there twice to honor their invitation. It's not as if he's running. This man is not running. You understand? That point has been cleared. Okay, now you take him to your court in Ekiti. So are you not telling me that they can't hear a defamation case in 1 day? So okay, now they don't have to. This man is spending up to 2 weeks now. For what?
In jail.
You can't.
Let me tell you, if anything happens to him in jail, they will rubbish Nigeria. If anything happens to him in jail, people will rubbish Nigeria. I'm telling you. Yeah.
They don't have to go. Even I just watched some lawyer opinions, not quite long, on TV now. The guy was saying there is no two ways about it, that it is just abuse of power. Because how can you put an handcuff in a defamation case? As in,
a man that is not violent, that is not armed.
He's a writer. He's a
writer. And that is mentally sound. He's mentally sound.
Yes.
He's not having mental issues.
So you don't have to put handcuff on a defamation case like he's a felon, like he's a murderer or the power we can. So there's not. I'm in power, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is just crystal clear.
It's power drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the key. And you guys are right. So it's power drunk, and what we see, this goes back to what you were talking about on Warif. Same thing, Wike versus Fubara. It doesn't matter what it is. It seems like everywhere people with power are bullying people. What do you have to say, Warif?
The saving grace for Fubara is because he's the present governor. That's why.
And also, he has the backing. He has the backing of the people of Rivers. He has the backing.
What is even annoying Wike more is that most of the people that he sees as his enemy, they are supporting Sim Fubara. So it's like Fubara is betraying him. The whole thing is just a one funny drama. Well, that's how it goes. But them going to Lagos to arrest him I don't know if they informed the governor or the commissioner of police. It's very wrong. Very, very wrong. Whatever arrest they want to do, they should inform the governor and the commissioner.
Yeah.
I think that is where we now know that the arrest has the backing of the federal government in it. Because on the normal case, they are supposed to be angry about it.
But those guys, the problem is that those guys don't want to enter themselves into the wahala, so they can pretend as if they're ignorant, so that it's on their kitty. So later on, the Lagos governor can say, "Oh, I didn't know." You get my point?
That means he's not fit. Anybody can just come into your.
Oh yeah, then they can say you're not fit. So to me, it's a catastrophe because it makes, like you said, he has a choice. Either he's ignorant and he's not fit, or he's corrupt because he knew. Take your choice.
That is one thing about that I like about Wike. When Wike was the governor of Rivers State, whether you are from, you walk out. Yeah. Whether you are from federal government, he will tell you that you have to inform him. He will not allow them to take that person when he was the governor of Rivers State.
Yeah. And that's true.
But what we have now is like, we're not going to go deep into it, but we already have people who are already saying that the next Nigerian government is going to be rigged because the ruling party that's going to be running is electing people who are in key positions in it. So Nigeria is fixed. It's fixed. Nigeria is fixed. It's rigged. So this goes back to So what do you say, Afolabi, about all of this, and what is the solution to all of this?
All this is just very strange to me because nowhere in the world is it done that you redirect the royalties of someone's intellectual property. It's not even right. It conflicts with international copyright laws. The creator's right to earnings from the intellectual property, is theirs. And whoever it is they are assigned to claim their earnings from their work is their own prerogative. But when you begin to say someone's proceeds from what he has done with his own brain, his intellectual ability, is being diverted to the claimant, I don't think it's right. It's not done anywhere in the world. And you see, people that are sympathetic with the people that have arrested Dele Farotimi. They're just digging themselves deeper and deeper into this quagmire. They're just exposing more and more of the corruption they're involved in. And it makes the public to see it as bias and inconsistency. You have one law for the elite and you have one law for the poor man, which is really very bad. And it's portraying us in bad light to international
And this is a
community.
disgrace. Let me tell you, I've seen many countries in Africa. Let's look at the Sahel countries. Let's look at South Africa. Let's look at Egypt. Let's look at, and I'm going to tell you the truth. All of these countries, they don't tolerate this type of bullshit. We know that South Africa has problems, xenophobia, but South Africans will not sit down and allow their government to do what they're doing. The Sahel countries, they kick France out. It's the opposite of Nigeria. Once they kick France out, the Sahel countries, Tinubu goes to France to kiss Macron's ass. So what I'm saying is that Nigeria, we're the giant of Africa, but we're also the clown of Africa, because
Sleeping
a country with so
giant.
many, we're clowns. We are too smart. Nigerians are smart. I'm saying it as a compliment. We're too brilliant. So why are we allowing the Africa's richest country, other than Congo, that we're being controlled by white people all over the world, and we allow this type of rubbish? This is a disgrace to Nigerians. And people who defend Tinubu, whether it's because he's Yoruba and they're also Yoruba, they don't realize that it's a disgrace. You're a disgrace to Africa. Because anywhere in Africa, on our show, we attack South Africa, we attack Angola when they do things wrong. So now we have to look at Nigeria. Nigeria is a giant which is being controlled by lesser forces. Nigeria has more resources than England. So why are we England's masters? What do you think?
Online, our fellow African countries, people, they use that to insult us now that we are claiming giant of Africa and our president is this, like
no, but they're right. They're right. They have a point.
Yeah, the word is small now with internet now, so they know what is going on in Nigeria. They know we are
a big disgrace
because they are wondering, like, why would you people be accepting this as a norm?
No, there's a joke. There's a joke I heard. A man from India, he wants to fix his car. So Yoruba boy fixes his car, vulcanizer. And the Indian guy says, I have to finish my paper. The Yoruba says, give me the paper. Is it physics? I'll finish it for you. Then the Indian guy says, a boy who can do physics and he's a vulcanizer. Nigeria spoiled him. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? In Nigeria, you can go to a vulcanizer and they can do computer programming, but they're doing vulcanizer. This country is a disgrace. What do you think, Warif? Yeah.
It's not the country that has everything. The good,
everything there,
nyafu. Yes, it's just that we have our so-called leaders. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. If not, Nigeria, if they put the leader put things in place, Nigeria can compete with any country in the world. But
no, Nigeria should be top 5.
Our problem,
with India, Russia,
is leadership. Is it natural resources? Is it human resources? Manpower? We have everything around. It's just our leadership in Nigeria. So if we can try and put it in place.
I'll also say it's tribalism and the citizens. We need to come together. We're not doing our job.
Tribalism, tribalism. That's what's killing Nigeria. Like, for example, look at when they said it was this sitting at home or something. Our brothers from the East, they said we're going for Peter Obi. They were there drinking palm wine, eating ukwobi, and doing this. They did not do anything. So it's wrong. We are still one Nigeria. Whatever thing that is affecting others is affecting them also. So we should keep this tribalism aside.
And if not, I'm in the U.S. working all day. If Nigeria's doing well, do you think I'll be here? You understand what I'm saying? So it's time for us to come home and not just build Nigeria. We also have to remember that as Nigerians.
So many Nigerians also like when I was growing up, a lot of my friends, I don't even bother thinking about travel or something. Like even those some of my friends that they travel, they come home every December, like they don't miss
because we want to come home.
When was the last time you came to Nigeria?
They say, what are they coming to do?
They always come back home every December. They don't miss it. They'll be so anxious to come to watch Fanti, Lagos, Thailand, because there are so many to catch up on.
Said, Amalashita with Begiri and
that is Surulere.
I used to go to Amalashita and Surulere with Begiri and Iwedu. I don't want to be here eating McDonald's.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you have to say, Warif? Then we'll go to to Afolabi. Any last thoughts, Warif? Then we'll go to Afolabi, then Saeed.
Our leaders, they should know that Nigeria belongs to everybody, and we should keep tribalism aside and do what we are supposed to do, and due process. If anybody is found guilty, they should follow due process, not jumping the gun. Follow due, and the judiciary, they shouldn't do favorism. They should know that they are serving the country, not just a group of particular people or the cabals. That's just it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so thank you. So Afolabi, last thoughts before Saeed comes, then you take us out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Warif took the words out of my mouth. I want to emphasize due process. Due process is very, very important. And there are ways of doing things. And we shouldn't have double standards. A law for the elite and a law for the common man. The common man should have recourse in the due process of law and should find solace in that. And I think that Nigeria should take that very, very seriously. Otherwise, our judiciary, which it already is, will become a laughing stock for the whole world.
Yes, thank you. And also, so what are your last thoughts, Saeed? Thank you very much, Saeed. So what do you think? Yeah.
Anyways, what I would like to say is, to my fellow Nigerians listening to this our show, is high time we put a stop to this. We are more than them. These people that they are causing this problem in this country, they are minority. They are less than 100,000 people, and I'm sure they are not even up to that. But let's say they are
not even up to 2,000. Not even up to 2,000.
Yeah, we the rest of the millions. Why are we taking this? We've taken enough of their bullshit. We are more than them. Let's find a way to unite and kick these people out. We can do it. It can be done. It is the only thing we can do now. Let's not wait till election period or whatsoever thing that they may be planning. They already planned it and they already mapped it out. We can't win them in their game. It is high time we take charge of our life and our country. That is what I have to say.
Okay, thank you guys. So stay tuned because we're going to continue with this topic for the next coming weeks. Take us out, Afolabi. And also, guys, thank you very much. Global Politics, thank you. Warif, thank you, Saeed, and thank you, Afolabi. I love you guys. You guys are my brothers. Take us out, Afolabi.
It's been a wonderful Nigerian political show. We do pray and expect that our judiciary will do the right thing, and then we won't be the laughing stock of the whole world. And from Warif, from Mustafa, from Saeed and myself, it's bye for now.
Okay, thank you guys. We'll see each other tomorrow.